Welcome back. Today, we're talking about something that will save you years of frustration if you have the courage to face it, and that is misalignment. Every breakthrough has a bill attached, and misalignment is the interest rate you pay when you ignore it. Let's get into it. Here's the truth. Every breakthrough requires a payment. It requires a payment of time, energy, comfort, identity, but the highest price is your peace, your purpose, your priorities. If you're grinding like crazy and still feel off, it's not because you're broken. You're paying the bill for something that's out of alignment. And misalignment doesn't show up all at once. It shows up slow, then suddenly. Just like interest shows up on your balance. If you've ever carried a balance on a car or a credit card or anything like that, it's like, oh, make a big payment or whatever, and then all of a sudden, bam, that interest hits every month. That increased the cost. Here are some signs. Sign number one, you feel resistance in places where there used to be flow. That flow state where things just were natural and easy. Work takes twice the effort. Conversations feel heavy. Leadership feels harder. Sign number two, you're irritable with people you care about the most. Misalignment taxes relationships every single time. And we know that because the people that we're closest to and the most vulnerable with, oftentimes we will let them see the ugly side of misalignment that shows up as burnout and having a short fuse, and it's ugly. Number three, you're winning on paper, but losing in your heart. Achievement without alignment feel like empty calories, like, eating that huge piece of cake or something, and you thought it was going to be good. It just ends up making you sick and you feel just like, not so good. Sign number four, you're tired in a way that sleep doesn't fix. That's the exhaustion of incongruence. How many of you know someone that every time you see them or you talk to them, you're like, how's it going? They're like, oh, I'm just tired. I'm just tired. All the time tired. Sign number five, you start questioning everything, not because your calling has changed, but because your pace or your path stopped matching your priorities. Misalignment doesn't mean you're doing something wrong. It usually means you're doing the right thing in the wrong way or for the wrong reasons. You can actually be working hard to scale the wrong thing. So let's talk about scaling. Scaling is powerful. You hear it everywhere now, scaling this, scaling that. We've applied it to the scalable life. Growth is exciting and expansion is part of who we are as children of God. But if you scale misalignment, you scale the consequences of misalignment. And you know what's worse than building the wrong thing? Building the wrong thing, but building it faster, building it bigger, building it beautifully, even if it isn't yours to build. High performers can outwork clarity. We can force progress. We can manufacture momentum. We simply make it work. And that's an issue because you can outwork a problem that you ultimately can't outrun. Hear me. You can outwork a problem, but you cannot ultimately outrun it. Misalignment will always catch you. The goal isn't speed. The goal is alignment. Speed in the right direction. Inside the 360 Success Framework, we say this all the time. Your life and business scale at the speed of your alignment. So here's the tool, the alignment audit. Ask yourself, am I building this from identity or insecurity? Is my pace sustainable? Would I be proud if my kids lived at this pace? That's a good one. My parents have asked me before, when am I going to slow down, or why do I keep pushing all the time? So yeah, is my pace sustainable, and would I be proud if my kids lived at this pace? Does this align with the four foundations of faith, family, fitness, and finances? If it requires me to sacrifice the foundation, it's not success. It's drift. I've drifted off my calling. Am I saying yes to things that dilute my main thing? See, there are lots of things that seem like the right thing to do, but the key is, are they the right thing for you to do to move you toward your destiny? Am I avoiding a pivot because of pride or fear? Is there a decision that you need to make? Is there a change you need to make? Is there a systems change, a people change, something that you are avoiding doing because of pride or out of fear? Sometimes misalignment is nothing more than refusing to shift. And finally, does this decision match my season? Every season has a different capacity, different priorities, and different grace. Misalignment is expensive. But realignment creates acceleration. It creates peace. It creates clarity. It creates momentum that you don't have to force. You're not stuck. You're not behind. You're not failing. You're simply being invited back into alignment. And when you get aligned, you become unstoppable again. Thanks for listening. Share this with a leader who needs it today, and let's keep building a life worth living. We'll talk to you next time.